Welcome to Birds of a Feather. Today I'm going to show you how to create a pop art portrait and turn it into a serving tray. To start, we have our original artwork open. We're going to duplicate it twice, Control J on a PC or Command J on a Mac. We're going to rename our layers. Let's call the first layer Line Art. And we're going to call the second layer Copy. Now, we have Copy selected. We're going to deselect the other icons right here, the eye icon. So we're going to see only what we're working with. Then we're going to go up to Filter, Filter Gallery, and we're going to adjust our view to 33%. And you probably can't see this right now because it's off screen, but we're going to go into Poster Edges and change the edge thickness, the edge intensity, and the posterization. We're going to change the edge thickness to 8, the edge intensity to 1, and the posterization to 6. Then we're going to click OK. Now copy's done. We're going to deselect that, and we're going to click on Line Art. Make sure it's selected. We're going into Image, Adjustments, and into Threshold. Now this looks pretty good, but what we're aiming for is we're trying to get rid of this noise here. So let's just drag it and see what happens. Okay, that's pretty good. The threshold level is 102. I'm going to click OK. Now I'm going to deselect that, click on Copy, make sure it's highlighted, and we're also going to change the threshold on this level too. So again, Image, Adjustments, Threshold, and this one I'm going to take to about 125 and OK it. Okay, now we can reselect our eye icons so that everything is now active. So what we're going to do is select Add Layer Mask here. Then come up here and click on the thumbnail so that it's active. Now make sure here we've got black selected, and we're going to take our brush and just sweep over it like so that we're removing all the noise where we don't want it. Now I'm just going to continue along, and I'll join you back here in a second. Now keep in mind, as you go, if you accidentally erase something that you want back, you can switch back to white, swipe over it again, and you've got it back. But I'm going to continue removing this noise. Now when you get into the tighter areas, you may want to adjust your brush tool. You can hit your bracket key. The right key will make your brush bigger. The left key will make it smaller. I don't have that functionality. I'm on a Mac here, but I'm working in a PC program. So for some reason, some of my keyboard functions are not working. So in my case, if I do want the brush smaller, I'm just going to drag right here. And then I'll be able to get into some of these tighter spots. Now if you need to get into some of the tighter areas, just zoom in, and that's Control plus Now if you accidentally erase something and you just want it back immediately, you can also try Control Z. Or go up to your menu here, step backward, same thing. Okay, once you're happy with removing the noise, now we're going to move on to creating the layer masks and colorizing the line art. To start, highlight the line art layer, add an adjustment layer, and that's the black and white icon right here. We're going to choose solid color. Now I'm going to do the skin tone for this first layer. We're going to start with something in the oranges here. And once you're happy with the color, click OK. Now right underneath layers, we're going to drop down and choose multiply. And then we're going to drag our layer to the very top. Let's rename this layer Skin Tone. As you can see, we have our line art colorized with the color coming through the black. What we're going to do now is make sure we have a brush selected. We're going to pick a fairly large size. Now, you'll notice that we have this message. The fill for this layer must be rasterized before proceeding. We're going to click Cancel. What that is telling me is that I've forgotten to click my mask. So let's go ahead and click on the mask thumbnail right here. Make sure black is selected, which it is. And then we're going to swipe the brush over the areas where we don't want the skin color. Now let's change the size of our brush so that we can get into some of the tighter spots. And let's go ahead and zoom in. Control plus on a PC or Command plus on a Mac. Now we're just going to touch up. Now we're going to come up here and do the teeth. Now I'm a little sloppy here. If you want to put some of the color back, all you have to do is switch the foreground and background colors. You're going to switch to white, swipe over once again, and you can bring the color back. Again, I'm a little sloppy. Let's switch. Okay, once you're happy with that, we're going to go ahead and create our second color. Once again, click on Line Art, add a layer mask, select Solid Color. This time we're going to be doing the t-shirt. I'm going to select something again that's orange. Once you're happy with your color, click OK. come back up here to the Layers panel, drop down, and click Multiply. Then, as we did before, we're going to take this layer and drag it to the very top, and we have our line art colorized. Click on the mask. We're going to make the brush larger. And once again, we're going to remove color in the areas where we don't want it. Make sure that black is selected, because remember, black removes and white will get it back. Now let's zoom in. Reduce the size of our brush so we can get into some of these tighter spots here. Okay, the t-shirt's done. So I'm going to go ahead and create subsequent layers for the hoodie, for the gums, for the sky, for some of the foliage, and the ground. Now here you can see I have some overlap where I forgot to remove the color. If that's the case, just click on the relevant layer. You can tell by deselecting the eye icon, it appears and disappears. So activate it, click on the mask, make sure black is selected, and then just swipe over it and it's gone. Here's another color here. Let's just see what that is. Okay, it's the skin tone. Select it. So I'm going to leave you with that. Thanks for watching.